What is going on, guys? This is the adventure here, and today I'm going to be talking about Florida versus Tennessee and who will win. As you all know, Tennessee was winning the whole entire time of the last year's rivalry game, and then as you all know that Will Grier did really well, and they came back in the late fourth quarter and won 28-27. I'm gonna give you a list of stats and stuff, and all this is not going to be true. The prediction, I'm just saying it in my opinion. So the prediction I have for this game, this particular rivalry, is I have Tennessee winning by 2 touchdowns or a touchdown and a field goal. Now you may disagree on the prediction, and you may disagree on the score that I'll show you in this game, but it's just my opinion and my opinion about this game, who will win. This year will be different because, as you all know, that Will Grier was caught using PEDs and is suspended for the rest of the year after the Tennessee game. He is transferred, or he transferred to West Virginia and will sit out another season because of the steroid use. And as you could look up on the internet or watch on YouTube, you could see his high school highlights that he was so skinny, and then once you look at him at when he was at Florida, he was ripped, and it's like, how did you get so ripped and that quick stuff? So I'm gonna give you some stats and just some records from last year, and then I will talk about some more on this game. It seems like Tennessee has more of an advantage this year than Tennessee will, because who will be their starting quarterback? Will it be Appleby for Florida, or Treon Harris, or Luke Del Rio, or who knows? Because there's so many quarterbacks trying to go for that position at Florida this year, because Will Grier was an outstanding player for the first 6 or 5 games, and after that Florida just kind of struggled, and because Treon Harris wasn't that great either, he was also dealing with a lot of issues outside the football field. So alright, so what am I going to give you today is the record or the score and the stats from last year. So as you all know, that Tennessee and Florida are in the SEC East. Tennessee went 9-4 overall and 5-3 in the conference. They were second in the SEC East. First was Florida. They were 10-4 overall, and they're also 7-1 in the conference. I remade this video because I didn't like the other video that I had earlier. So I just made a new one of this series of Florida and Tennessee. So like I said, Tennessee was second in the SEC East, and Florida Gators were first in the SEC East. Florida won, of course, 28-27. Josh Dobbs, who's a returning quarterback for Tennessee, went 10 for 17, 83 yards, and 0 touchdowns, while Will Grier had an amazing game. He went 23 and 42 with 283 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. For rushing, Josh Dobbs again had 18 carries, 136 yards, 0 touchdowns, while Jalen Hurd, I believe he's returning this year, had 28 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And for rushing, for the best player on Florida's team was Kelvin Taylor, had 19 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. For receiving, as you all know, that Josh Dobbs had that awesome catch last year and had a touchdown as well, which was pretty awesome. Josh Dobbs had one reception for 58 yards and 1 touchdown. That's pretty awesome. So the quarterback did many things, which is pretty cool to see. Ethan Wolf also had 4 receptions and 55 yards and 0 touchdowns. I'm not going to give you the whole list for the wide receivers because there's so many of them, and that'll just take more time. And So yeah, that's basically it. So this video will be 15 minutes long, as you guys see in the there. Just talk about different things, and yeah. So I feel like, honestly, Florida will kind of struggle this year, but they'll bring up some good recruitments from this year's recruiting class. Tennessee will have their starting quarterback, and I believe Jalen Hurd will still be back, and most of the offense will. So I still feel like Tennessee will have an advantage this year. I don't know much about Florida. Sometimes I don't really keep up with all of the teams in the SEC. I do some research, so I won't look like a stupid idiot just talking about teams I don't even know. So I do research on these teams. The first video I did with the USC and Alabama game, I should have done research, but somehow it just got crazy with the views and everything. So I'm just going to leave it up, and people will discuss it, and just people who like talking about college football. I love talking about college football. Also, I have talked about Big 12 announcements and stuff, that ECU should or should not go to the Big 12. I already got dislikes on that because, you know, ECU fans, because I am a UNC fan. I'm just going to let y'all know that for sure. And yeah, alright, so let's just talk about this game that I played. And I feel like the first 2 quarters will be slow. I know Tennessee will score first in the first quarter, and then after that, I know there's 50 minutes in each quarter, so then Florida might score, and then it'll be Tennessee will score first. I know that for sure, for a fact. And then Florida will score eventually in the first quarter, so that would be 7-7. And I feel like Tennessee will score late in the first quarter or with a field goal to make it 10-7. So that'll be predictable. And then on the second quarter, Florida will come back for a field goal and then a touchdown late, so that would be 17-14. And then they won't score after that. It will just be back and forth, back and forth. Third quarter, it will be 17-14. Tennessee will score twice. They'll score. It'll be 28-17, and then Florida will score late. So it'll be, or with a field goal, so it'll be 28-20. Fourth quarter, it goes down to the wire. Florida will score. It'll be 27-28, but then Tennessee will come back and score. So it'll be 35-27, and then Tennessee will kick a field goal, and it'll be 38-27. That's my prediction, but it doesn't say on the video game as I'm playing right now, because it's just a video game of me playing Florida. So that prediction, the video game, will not be the actual score. I know it says 31-10, but I will predict it in my opinion, because I strongly feel like Tennessee will beat Florida this year. Just because Tennessee has some of their guys back, their starting lineup and their offense, and plus his defense as well. I don't know how they'll do in the non-conference games, depending who they have. And so yeah, if you guys like me to do some more SEC football and predictions and talk about some more SEC, leave a comment below, and I'll respond to you shortly. And if you guys let me do some more out of the SEC, let me guys know as well. Or I will talk about USC versus Alabama Part 2. And I might have to do a better job of covering sports teams as well. And I will talk about some more in the SEC, ACC, Big Ten. I will talk about the Ohio State game versus Michigan. And the two teams, Michigan is rising to the top. They're doing well with Jim Harbaugh. And yeah. So, I mean, it's 15 minutes long, so you gotta have something else to talk about as well, because just talking about this one game will probably bore the audience. But it's interesting stuff going around. So, whoever will start for Florida, I do not know, but I may talk about that in the future. or maybe late August, because whoever or will Muschamp. No, he's with South Carolina. Oh yeah, I don't know who the new coach is. I forgot his name. So I don't know who's going to start. Will it be Appleby, or will it be Treon Harris, or will it return? As you all know, that Will Greer transferred from Florida to West Virginia, and will still have a 1-year suspension due to the steroid use that he took, or supposedly he didn't know that he took PEDs in college. I mean, come on now. If you see the drug that's illegal to use in college, why did you take it in the first place? You will get caught eventually. Kind of feel bad for the guy. He's from my home state, so it's crazy. His brother, Nash Greer, it's pretty cool that his brother is like a viner, like a famous viner. So, I mean, either way, he probably still wouldn't care if he would go somewhere else and basically have a job. They're a pretty wealthy family. But anyways, I don't know why or how that got mentioned. But anyways, well, that's basically what I'll have for you guys today. Nothing much spectacular. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I was rambling about just different things in this video just to give it more interesting stuff. If you would like to leave a comment below, let me know. And just that's basically what all I have for you guys today. Tennessee will beat Florida 38-27. It's a pretty ironic score from the year ago that Tennessee had 27 points, and of course Florida had that late touchdown, which was 28. Alright guys, this is the adventure here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said again, like, comment, subscribe. Guys, have a great week, and hope you have a great weekend. College football is almost here. NFL preseason is just kicked off last week. Maybe talk about that some more too. Who knows? And Lionel Messi has returned to Argentina for soccer. If you guys like soccer as well. Alright guys, the adventure here. Hope you have a great day. Peace. See ya.